Hi, and welcome to my channel. Actually start uploading. But I just wanted to do an introduction, and today's video we'll be going over some books I've gotten or received from teachers, and a couple books that I've purchased myself. Um, I thought this would be a cool thing to do, and maybe talk about what I'm doing school wise. So stay tuned, and I hope you like. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and um, I wanted to just start off with your basic, probably must-have for advanced readers, and that's chapter books. And I was graciously given a lot of chapter books that my son's third grade teacher had previously went through what she didn't want, and I'm so appreciative. And it was towards the end of the year, she was sending tons of stuff home, and I couldn't be more grateful to all the teachers that actually went through their stuff and took the time out of their day. Because you probably just, I have not a student teacher yet. I'm just collecting as I'm still in school, which might be like another year, but that's besides the point. Um, and I'm just very gracious, and I'm so excited to have my own classroom. But again, off topic. So I just wanted to go over what I have so far as chapter books and what I'm thinking about, like picking up and stuff like that. Just the basics. So to start off, I have the kids in Miss Coleman's class. It's pretty, it'd be great if you're in like second to third, or just that sweet spot where they're not too advanced. Um, I have West Side Kids, The Big Idea. This came from, I believe, one of the reading teachers at my son's school, and I'm so appreciative. Peanut Butter and Jelly, Peanut in Charge. And again, so grateful. It's so just a sweet spot, and I love that. Bubblegum Mania, The Chewy History of Bubblegum. It's just this, and it's super thick. Tons of info apparently about bubblegum. Diary of a Roblox Pro, Lava Chase. And my son definitely told me to check this out. Lunch Money. This was a library book, and I gotta figure out how to get the library things off. But that's besides the point. It's a very good, very thick, maybe a read aloud type of book. Slimed. I've got to read all these chapter books, which I don't. There's no really pictures. It's just that about slime, and then I've got a ton more. I just want to kind of get it lined up to our grade season. So, The Meanest Doll in the World, and this is that's the cover. It's a very thick book, which it might make for a good read aloud, stuff like that. The Nutcrackers, which would be perfect for Christmas, I think. And it's just, again, very, wouldn't be hard for the lower readers, it'd be too easy for the higher readers. A to Z Mysteries, The Talking T-Rex, and apparently on my son's brain, this is really good. Again, not super thick, but counts as a chapter. Then A to Z Mysteries, The Canary Caper. It's, again, not a big, thick one, but where you can definitely tell it'll count as a chapter. A to Z Mysteries, The Zombie Zone. Hmm. Just, and I love what this teacher gave me so much. The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Nephew. Now, I don't know if anybody else is out there like me, but I think this would be a really good read aloud, and I want the rest of them, and I want like the whole set. But it's been super loved, and I could be more appreciative. A to Z Mysteries, Sleepy Hollow Sleepover. So, I mean, come on. Halloween time, this would be perfect. And maybe pull some of these for just read alouds and like going over character stuff. And there's a Christmas one, A to Z Mysteries, White House Whiteout. It was a tongue twister, and it's so pretty. Just look at that tree. Like, Beverly Clearly. And I think this was around when I was in school, probably late 90s. I want to say so badly, but I'm not 100% sure. It's either that or around my mom's time frame when she was in school. I think somewhere around there. My era or her era. But Henry and the Paper Route. I'm trying to remember what. So I think it was around the 90s as well. Probably me and my husband's era of being in school. Stink and the Shark Sleepover. And it looks like it's just a very good thick one for advanced readers instead of those really, really thin ones. Third grade is trouble. Like, we could take turns around class to have a duplicate, which one's newer, which would be this one. This would be my copy. This would be their copy. And just in our groups, we allow take turns to read aloud a passage. And I think that would be perfect. Sorry, I'm trying to put these up and I'm trying not to damage this. And I think that's honestly the perfect way, maybe, to just do certain read alouds is groups. Especially chapter books, because what kid wants to sit through a chapter book? I know I didn't until I got older and loved reading. And that's what it's about, getting them to like reading at least until they get older and old enough to read. So, on to the next set of books. Sorry, I had to throw my hair up because it's getting in my way, and throw on a little sweater thing because I got cold. Um, Besides the poem, I have a ton of just little reads, like stuff for science and stuff like that, like books, like tons and tons of informational books. Also, just, your basic books that you need to have good illustration and good meaning behind what they're reading. And anywho, sorry, am I sending something? Um, I just have a ton of kid books. From when my son really liked me reading to him, and that was our time, which was fantastic. But now he's 10, so he's not like that. He'll read at school. So let's get on with it. Um, I just have these really thin books. To start out with, it's Baby Whale Rescue: The True Story of JJ. And it's got these really great pictures, while I could do easy an assignment about whales, or specifically this whale, since it's a true story. And they'd be able to look up the information in the text, along with look up some cool pictures, and keep them busy for that whole unit. Um, then I have Sleepless Beauty, and again, look at the illustration. It's so pretty. Um, this is the back. I do apologize if you hear outside because my husband is mowing. Therefore, great illustrations. Come on. Gorgeous. Then we have Harry the Dirty Dog. And again, simple yet some of these can be used for just a quick read aloud to contain them. Goose and the Mountain Lion. Really pretty cover. Illustration captured. I haven't read this. Some of these I have not got a chance to read yet. Like, my husband just went past again with the mower. Little Bear's Special Friend. It's really cute. Something that I think was given to my son. Look at the illustration. It's really good. And it captures, but it was given to my son, I think, what his school does, where if it's your birthday during the school year, you need to pick out a book, which I love because he is into me. And I will be forever grateful for him. The Gruffalo, I read this to my son one day. He got it again in first grade. And he was just being really grumpy. And perfectly captured that emotion. My husband went by again, sorry. But it captured what my son was feeling, and he related to the book, and I loved that. And then another one my son got in first grade. How do dinosaurs go to school? And it was so cute to, I mean, the illustration alone is just so good. But there's other books that go with this one, like How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight? How do dinosaurs eat their food? How do dinosaurs get well soon? How do dinosaurs say I love you? It's just a very sweet series, and it's on my wish list. And my husband went around again, and then I wanted. This saved me so much money. Again, this was donated. Some of these were donated um, from third grade. Some of these I already had, so it's a good mixture. But hold on, my husband went around again. Um, it's a true book, the solar system. So it'd be so fun to do like a solar system unit based off one book, but I have multiple books. And I love that talks about Venus and Mars and all the asteroid belt. I mean, it goes on about Saturn, just Jupiter's great red spot, and so adorable. Especially if you're doing like this huge science unit that you're trying to get to space out between the span of a couple weeks. That'd be so cool to plan out with just one book, 2 days a week. And my husband's coming back again. One second. Anyway, I also have our solar system, and it would just be something again, it would go along with this book. So definitely that's a science book. I have invertebrates, which my son wanted for himself, but I told him no. I mean, I'm not a bug person, but I'll take it. And then we have more space. So Mercury is one of the bugs. And it just starts talking about the planet. So you do a whole thing about this planet. Then I have, again, excuse the cover, I got to wipe it off somehow. My son was really little when I got this one. The Granny Donkey. I read this a long time ago with my son. Yeah, that's my son did this, sorry. And the illustrations were so cute and just captured his attention. So, can't complain. Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. I haven't, I've skimmed through it, but not read it. And again, it looks like the illustrations just captured that emotion that you probably feel when you're starting a new school and you're just scared. A Loud Winter's Nap. Love this book. And again, illustrations captured it. I read this with my son. He loved it, and I've probably written in the front what grade, first grade. I will wipe everything out like that, or cover it up with a piece of paper and tape. Then he got, I don't remember, it's a birthday book for his 9th birthday. And it's Tales of Heaven and Earth, the River Goddess. So I have to read this before reading it to students. And again, it was a library book they were going to discard. They were just going to throw it away. And my son likes to take books like that. I also have just this random one we got at a thrift shop for maybe lower level, but it's Elmo and oh man, let's see. I forgot the blue guy's name. Probably shouldn't know. Grover. There we go. That's really cute. Lots of words, and I think even struggling readers could piece together this book, or just make them read aloud, like with the class, and ask, "Well, what do you think is going to happen next if we turn this page?" So it's essentially Grover asking Elmo not to turn the page, and Elmo ends up turning the page until the end, because it's called Another Monster at the End of This Book. And it's Sesame Street. And then we have Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham. Classic, can't go wrong. It's a beginner book. I think my son got it for Christmas, and he did not like it. Then we have The Cool Bean. I loved this book. Reading it to my son, and just, I think, yeah, he got this in first grade. The illustrations are cute, and I think every kid could relate about wanting to be the cool bean. This is from the school, from his a reading teacher. I appreciate these books, but it tells Mr. Putter and Tabby, the Tabby fly the plane. And I haven't read this one, but from what I can gather, it's kid appropriate. Winter, Winter Fun, and a lot of these books were just given to me. Like, look at those illustrations. Like, I contemplated whether or not this was going to be considered a chapter book for like really low level readers, or just let's just make it one of those smaller ones where kids would grab them for it. And then we have The Very Greedy Dog. And again, pictures are so cute. I haven't read this one, so I need to mark which ones I have read, which ones I need, like make a list. What I need to read, what I have read. So, The Lion and the Mouse, and it would just be really adorable. I'll read this one too, obviously. Make new friends. Um, and the author's Rosemary Wells, if I can talk. But again, I haven't read this one either. I'm currently in my summer term, and I'm taking the educational reading class where I had to, um, one second, Grandma's Gift, and again, I don't know what this is about, but it's really good. Like, can't complain. Where I picked a book and I used my son to pretend like I'm in actual class. Sorry, my husband went by again. Um, I had to film myself like and use my child as and just pretend like I was reading to an actual class. And that was hard. Because it's just hard trying to be engaged, and then towards the end of the video, I had to redirect his attention to the book we just read because he never read it. I never read it. Well, I read it to make sure, kid appropriate, stuff like that. I read on it. And then I bought it. My husband bought 2 books for me. Um, Again, another great book. The Caring Me I Want to Be. It's just essentially a really good first of the yearbook. Like, how would you, like, you don't have to. Essentially, the whole moral is you want to be caring, not mean. But that was so hard because I had to redirect my son's focus back to what we just read. And I had to actually ask him questions while pretending like I had a whole class of students to ask. No, it was hard. Miss Nelson has a field day. I've got to read this one. It's just these sketchy, like, illustrations, but it's so cool because it reminds me of Charlie Brown's illustrations, which I love. Then we have When Really Worried. I own this through my son. I believe. Yeah. And it's just about a little girl mouse who worries way too much, and then she eventually learns not to worry. There was an old lady who swallowed a turkey. Love these books. I have, I think, another one. And it's not my son's go-to to read. The illustration, I don't know if you will see that, but it's really good, really thin. Then there was an old lady who swallowed some snow. It's just, even the cover just wants to make you read it, and it's not even winter. Um, but I was thinking about making a whole other video on, like, um, just going. I'm doing my schooling online, which is very convenient, and I can share my schooling experience so far, or I can wait until I'm completely done. Um, and sorry, I'm putting books away and talking, and go from there. Um, because I would like to share all these cool experiences I get to go through currently. I mean, it's hard being a wife, a mom, all these titles, and figuring out how to juggle. That's that's been the struggle there. Is juggling with like a deadline and then life, because life won't wait for you to be done with school, which I can't blame it. But uh, and then I've got more. So we'll start off with what I can reach. Because I also have another basket that's got ton. I should have done this in like 3 parts, and I don't know why I didn't. So I'm so sorry. I know it's a long video. Um, but yeah, comment down below and see what else you'd like to see. I know I'm still in college, but like if I go thrift shopping or something like that, I'll learn to vlog using my phone and edit and on my computer. Just stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool. So let me know. If you want to know day in the life of a online student and mom and like just and I also have epilepsy, so if my voice goes down a little bit, it's just my vagal nerve stimulator doing its job. So we have 4 books. I went out for this collection. They're very well loved. I bought them for my son when he was really little, and I can do it. Cool down, amazing me, kindness matters, and all 4 of these I think they're just very books. Like if a student's going, I can't do this, you hand them this book to read, and then ask them like 5 questions after they're done, and see if they grasp the concept of the book. If not, it's like 1 sentence per page. Yeah, 1 sentence per page, and I collected all 4 because I wanted them for him and I didn't know about going to school. This is cool down. It's just simply about working through your anger, which is good. And again, 1 sentence per page. I Can Do It is a book about perseverance. There we go. Amazing Me, a book about being healthy and confident. This is a hard cover, so definitely would be well loved by students. But I think it's just going to be displayed, and I think a student. Hold on, my husband. And if I think a student needs to read a certain book, I can pull from it and hand them the book, and then hand them a paper, maybe to ask if they essentially if they understand the meaning. And I think that'd be a good tool to calm and help them feel awesome. And Kindness Matters, a book about friendship. And it's just this cute little book that is actually kind of like self-help books for kids. So I also have Bag Kitty Does Not Like Snow. And it's just very fun, very cute. Cat. It's about a cat that does not like snow. Time for School, Charlie Brown. A very classic book, which it's about the Charlie Brown illustrations from like the show. And it'd be perfect to add to your display when it's like meet the teacher and stuff like that. Open house. Then I've been buying a place for these books. We have Make Way for New Duckling, and I might just take this paper cover off, but I am currently. Anyway, the paper was the same as this, and it's Make Way for Ducklings. And I haven't read this one, I don't think. My son picked it out in third grade, and don't know why. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. We got a level 1 reading. Pete the Cat, Super Pete. And it's just up to Pete to stop the bad guys before they get away. And it's got short sentences for learning words and simple concepts for kiddos to simply grasp on their own without you have to go into depth with them. Um, yeah, I'm running out of. Okay, it's gonna pass by again. I got the 4 books I showed in the beginning from Dollar Tree. Check out Dollar Tree if you're looking for books. The quality has lasted since my son was like 3 and he's now 10. This one, Dollar Tree book. Mickey and Friends, Ticket Trouble, and just starts out. It doesn't tell me the author. Oh, yes it does in the back. But it's just Mickey Mouse illustrations, cute. They can reach for. And then we got Bear Shadow. I haven't read this one, but the pictures are so cute. It just gives you those old, I don't want to say old school, but like the 90s vibe when we were in school, or I was in school. And then we have The Night Before First Grade. I don't know what grade I will be teaching, but I did ask. It's something that can be used just like if you have the means. I would just order like 30 of them off Amazon. It just depends on what grade you're teaching because I think they have up to 5th. Bambi from the Dollar Tree, like based off the movie. Aristocats, Dollar Tree. There's other ones in here. I have bought from Dollar Tree. Quite a few more, I think. That one. I've got those in Dollar Tree. Dinosaurs also came from Dollar Tree. I thought my son would be able to you know, be able to pronounce the words like of the dinosaurs, the names of the dinosaurs, which I could barely say at 3, but he just like looked at them. Wanted him to learn facts about them because I thought they were cool. On to Pinocchio. That goes along with Bambi. It came like a whole collection. I'll show you all together. And then Peter Pan. Now, I'll show all 4. Word collection. I think there was tons of these. Um, as a collection, and I think it's just so cool. And the Little Red Riding Hood, a classic. Um, and I think it came from Dollar Tree's Little Classics. I probably should have done different parts and just made this a shorter video. Next, we have Little Acorn, which I'm trying to figure out what that's about. Okay, I figured it out. But it's well loved by my child and essentially about how an acorn grew to a very big acorn tree. I think. I haven't read it in quite some time. Don't quote me on that one. So, one year for Christmas, my son got Just Me and My Dad by Mercer Mayer, a little critter collection, and then we flip it over and it's Just Me and My Mom. Again, it's the illustrations that if you're late 90s, early 2000s, you may know. But if you're not and you're, like, I don't know, younger, then you may not know them, as well as the millennials. Um, my son got this book from his school, and hold on, my husband. No, okay, I was wrong. But they were doing kind of like a thing where they were letting kids know it's okay to be you, type of thing. And it's called Rock What You Got. And I love it because there's so many, like, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. I love that. And it goes on to talk about like loving your freckles, and that's something that's been my problem is I don't um, love everything. And here's another science book that I need to add to. I need to go through these everywhere. Came from uh, my son's third grade teacher, and it's about fire. Essentially, it's got words to know and sites you can go on for fire safety and like let's see if I can find like a really cool the index. But I mean, it goes on as to what is fire, and I think it'd be a really cool read aloud. I found 2 more chapter books. What is Nintendo? Like for the really advanced readers, there's no pictures, I don't think. Walmart, $5 or something. I mean, there's some pictures, but not a whole lot. Like it goes on about the D-pad and stuff like that. And then The Door in the Lake. Don't go through it. And again, it's really thick, and it might be really good for the advanced readers. Not what I was going to say, but okay. Another good science book, and I want to know if I can take this off. I don't know. It came from the library once again, and it's about space exploration, and it's from 1996. So I don't mind the older books. Um, and then we have Old Tales of the Cryptids, mysterious creatures that may or may not exist. Again, came from the library, and I've looked through it. I've started reading some of it, but not all of it. Then we have Saturday Night at the Dinosaur Stomp. Very good illustrations in this one as well. Huge. Hold up. Just plain fancy. And it just looks very cartoony and cute. One second, my books. I look at all. Then I have A Boy Called Dickens. I love this book so much that I used it in one of my college courses. And just again about Charles Dickens' life. And it could be used for ELA, stuff like that. Um, we have a book about Minecraft. So it's 1 through 3, reading on your own. And I think it's just about Minecraft. I don't know about it, but my son sure does. Then ready to read Daniel Plays at School. And it's really cute. Very early readers. So if it's a low level reader, it could work. And I can read Snowshoe Thompson book. I have never heard of these books. It's like chapter, but it's not. I don't know how if that makes sense. But very cute illustrations. And then I thought my son does not gravitate towards the 5-minute bedtime stories no more. So I took it and I asked if it was okay and all that stuff. And it's Marvel stories, and you can use this like as a read aloud once a day, or just for fun at the end of the day to wind them down. It's the thickest book I think I have. That's a science magazine. But Llama Llama Time to Share. Very cute. Again, beginning of the year probably book to go over rules. And it's like 1 to 2 sentences, if that. Very easy to read. It'd be a very fast read. And then we have Yoo-Hoo Ladybug. Again, it's an okay book for kids who might like Um, but there's not a whole lot of pictures in this book whatsoever. It's mainly words, and I read it to my son. The main thing he liked was when you had to find the ladybug. That's the gist of this whole book. And the last one is Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which is actually a chapter book. So I definitely put this back. I have one more thing to show, and then what the two things that my husband surprised me with. This is gonna be a longer video than I anticipated. I'll see you again shortly. Hey, so I wanted to also share with you guys. I know this is gonna be a super long video. I'm so sorry, but I'm having a blast. Um, so a teacher for my son's school gave me an assortment of things. If you hear a weed eater, is my husband again. So I'm very sorry. Anyway, so she gave me little goodies and stuff like that to actually help me. I guess it's like a starter kit type of thing, and I am so appreciative because to start off, we have this came I think from the school. It's I have two things, hand gel, sanitizer, and thank goodness. And then another little goodie is she gave me these things that she didn't have to, and it says teacher noun and like the pronunciation, a multitasking educational rock star who lives to inspire and loves to encourage. They are kind of a big deal. It's just very simple, and I do not know where this came from. So I'm sorry. And then she gave me this, and that helps a lot when you see teachers inspiring other teachers. This actually came from myself. I got to erase what my son actually, if he did any, yeah, he did like a couple pages, like when he was younger, but it's actually from the Good and the Beautiful, and he just went to. I might have to order another one. That's not a big deal. But like, he went to J and K and L. But like, I want to get something like Handwriting Without Tears or something. And it's just this little book of handwriting. And I think I have more curriculum like stuff in here. I'm just trying to. Oh, she also gave me paint. I appreciate it because that saves a few bucks, but I might have to repurchase. I'm not sure yet. And then there is these little. She gave me also like a classroom activity, and it's all these pages. Let us like pull out one. Okay, so it's hello, my name is, uh, my birthday is, my favorite food is, my favorite treat is, my favorite pet is, and my free time I like to. My favorite place to visit is, my favorite thing I did this summer was, my favorite subject is, this year I would like to learn about, and it's just like a classroom warm up. I wouldn't say warm up. I would even go as far as say like meet the teacher because, and I would just copy this every year in hopes of, you know, not having to use up all that. And then she gave me student questionnaires. What is your name? What do you like to be called? When is your birthday? How many brothers or sisters do you have? Pets? Oh, and then after the birthday, they put their age. I miss that. What do you like to do for fun? What do you like about school? What is challenging for you? What would you like to learn about this year? What would be what types of books would you like to read this year? What is the most important thing you would like me to know about you? What do you expect from me as your teacher? And I think this is fantastic because you can kind of see their expectations at the beginning of the year of what they expect from you as their teacher, and it's amazing. I mean, hopefully, if it's your first year. She also gave me, okay, let me get this out of the way and then we'll go back to what other things she gave me. So, we also have these beauties, side words, but it becomes in handy so much. I've got colorful ones. It's just a game changer. I don't have a clip for it or a paper clip, so they're just loosey goosey. But this, she was I believe my son's reading teacher, and she helped him grow tremendously. Um, and there's like one copy, and I'm just copying it. And it's all about, they put their name. This is me. Little picture, draw a picture, one word, print out a picture. I live in, this is my family. Some of my favorite things are when I want to be a blank when I grow up. My friends are, it's just a really cute like first of the week activity. So that you get to know them again, they get to know you. Now back on more curriculum that I have this. I probably should have, but this is again from the Good and the Beautiful. If you have a lower level group of kids, I would say like if they're reading at a kindergarten level, this is a level K reader, and like you start out with the simplest things when you find the first, like it's no joke, very, and then three worded sentences. And as they level up in the level K reader, um, they would, there's harder sections in the book, and then it eventually goes to paragraphs. And then there's these books on what? Yeah, I'm trying to get it all out. Grab. Okay, apparently I was grabbing it all. I've had these forever. I plan on homeschooling my son. That didn't work out. But it's just these books I gotta put together. And it's there's different priorities. Like who can pray. I don't know if that could be used in a public school, but Spin and Skip is just so many good books. And there's more. It's like a whole packet from the Good and Beautiful. It came with this whole kit I got for language arts. And yes, I have, I think, still the, I guess you'd say, teacher's manual. And then, like, multiplication problems. Like, my son was struggling with multiplication. Now he's not. Last year. And he had just a lot of these left over. And I would just copy these. And I figured that would be helpful. It's like 10 times 2, 2 times 5, etc. And then I was contemplating on whether or not repurchasing, like, whatever grade I get, this book and just copying the pages. I don't know yet. And then his third grade teacher, I guess technically now last year, so I can move yet, gave me Handwriting Without Tears, and it's cursive. It's so, like, they learn how to write the words and the letters, and it's amazing. And I'm so appreciative. And then there's a phonics book. It's supposed to be a workbook, and I would assume you just copy whatever page you want to do. Very colorful, so it should keep the kiddos' attention. And then I have this is actual curriculum. Everyday comprehension. It's like RTI. It meets my state's Common Core. And I'm trying to remember what grade. Like, it helps you go over, like, making predictions with nonfiction. It says, sorry, the book's bigger than my face. Like, it's a unit a week is what I'm gathering. I have not for grade 1, and like unit 1's over you making predictions in fiction. Like day 1, see provide a real world example below. Day 2, discuss the book cover. Ask students to predict what might be in a book called A Gift for Dad. And I'm assuming I will have to look up these things. Like day 1 is taking pictures. Which photos would someone take at the zoo? Which photos would someone take at the house? Which photos would someone take at the library? It's just copy. And you can have that whole week done. So it's really cool. And then you have day 5, assessment. You have to read the passage, write down the clues, then make a prediction. I think you can supplement something if it's not working for your set class this year. And then I have grade 3 month by month phonics. And It gives you activities include word wall, using words you know, making words, reading and writing rhymes, what looks right, and so much more apparently. But like it gives you the list of words for that month. We find the beginning of um I have read through this once again because I just wanted to be surprised when I actually have the lesson plan. Um, but there's like 110 word wall words for third grade, and then you do the word wall. Um, it helps explain so much. Yeah, later I just hold on. This book's way too big. It tells you like how much to time them for. And essentially, when you go in August and September, they're still going over and correcting things. Um, but like, yeah, it's got definitions, word wall riddles. Um, I'm not. I've never been into. Sorry, I haven't had any study like in elementary curriculum yet because I'm going for my bachelor's in elementary education. I think about that for a minute. But then we got high frequency word practice, K through 2, and it's basic, it looks like, like the stuff you can actually give them to work independently, and they re-go over the word, and there's work, like you think over it twice for each word, which that's really good. And then last but not least is a first dictionary. And this is honestly my first, I guess. I I used them in like high school for looking up words, the proper words. This is like especially for kids that can go and grab and look up a word. Um, but I'm so appreciative to the teacher that went through all of her stuff and gave me every single thing that she's given me. Um, so I'm gonna put that stuff up and we will come back for a brief second to finish up. Hey, so last but certainly not least is something that I'm very appreciative from my husband. He's purchased 2 books that was on my wish list. And one is The Magical Yet. I used this for one of my classes. I had to record a video, and it's very engaging. And it's just like when kids can't think, they don't think that they can do it yet. They don't know this yet. They haven't learned this yet. feeling it's essentially the yet will always be with you and help you through things, no matter how young or old. And I thought that was very sweet. And then the second one, I'll show you the pictures before I get too ahead of myself. Oh, I put the paper on, but whatever. It's very pretty. And then I don't have to, but I have a lesson plan class coming up this month, and I wanted to be prepared. So tips and tricks down below would be very helpful. Lesson planning, how-tos, stuff like that. If you're a teacher and stuff like that, I appreciate it. But it's Lesson Planner Handbook, essential strategies that inspire student thinking and learning. And I thought it'd be a really good read for myself and just a refresher when I'm out of college. Obviously, there's no really colorful pictures, but it goes over like the steps of. It's by Peter Bond. If anybody wants it, it's from Scholastic, and we just learn 10 effective qualities of teaching, an easy but powerful 5-step lesson planning process. Teaching techniques that are guaranteed to work, including cooperative structures, open-ended questions, wait time, team building activities, class meetings, turn and talk, and more. So I'm very, very excited to read that book, along with there's some others I have on my wish list that I'll probably get for myself. And that is all the books and every single thing I have so far. Now I'll update and everything once I get more books and stuff like that. But look forward to an Ipsy unboxing this month, as well as a Shein haul, which should be this upcoming week I'll film. And I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed editing and making it and talking and rambling and getting comfortable with recording myself and getting used to this, because I get very uncomfortable with this when I'm doing for class. So this is kind of practice, and then it's kind of practice for me when I have field experience in student teaching. So I'm very excited to do more videos. So if you would subscribe and hit that like button down below, it'd be much appreciated. And have a great day.